There's something that you could do right now as you plan your website for your wellness practice that will take your site from being a boring brochure style website to being an anchor of all your practice technology. And it will make running your practice so much more easy and efficient. And at the same time, it will allow your website to vastly improve its ability to make website visitors into actual paying patients and clients. No, I'm not talking about design. I'm not talking about a platform. I'm not even talking about AI. I'm talking about a very simple strategy. Here's the thing. When practitioners or many people who start a business, when they create their website, they think of it as an isolated project. But what I want you to realize is that your website actually communicates with your booking system, and it also links to your billing system and potentially some other systems like email. And that is why it's important to think about the website as the anchor, because we can really start to map out and create the architecture of your business technology properly, holistically, instead of piecemeal. What often happens is that when somebody creates a website, then they realize, hey, I'm also going to need to get some kind of booking application or some kind of email platform. And they're not necessarily able to talk to one another. And many developers say that sure, they can come up with some middleware that will allow you to sync the data between them. It's just a lot of headaches that we should avoid if we want to build a thriving practice that is able to run mostly on autopilot when it comes to a lot of these things. So instead of building our technologies piecemeal, we're going to think of the unity of the function, and that will allow you as the practitioner to really understand your system and not assume that things are going to work, but really feel confident that you know how your technology is supporting your practice. I like to think of it like, imagine you're moving into a new apartment. You wouldn't step into one room and say, okay, let me put a couch over there, step into another room, and maybe I'll put a cabinet in that room, and maybe you go to the hallway and you'll put something else in the hallway, and maybe you're going to the kitchen and you'll place a toaster. You know, you're thinking of the whole project as a unity. You might take measurements of the rooms to know what size beds you can fit in there. So when we apply this same approach to building our web technology, and specifically when building our website, we start to get a more holistic understanding of what it is we're trying to do. And that's so empowering, and it will pay off so much in the future. Since you're embarking on developing your website and engaging with the question of technology, I think it's helpful to simplify the subject into two primary aspects. One is your marketing. And so that covers the whole journey that people take from not knowing you at all to becoming confident in your service that they're willing to pay you. There is the website, obviously, that's part of that. There might be email, or there might be advertising. All of the steps that get somebody from not knowing you or not being your client all the way to becoming a client, that's your marketing. And your technology is going to be relevant to that process. And the website is obviously very key to that. And the other aspect of technology is all those business systems, the logistics of things like automated email reminders of an upcoming appointment, or maybe a billing infrastructure where you can maybe send automatic invoices, and all those kinds of technologies that are all about running your practice. Now, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. All of these technologies have already been very well developed, and any developer you work with should be able to help you map out your technology, help you think about what they are and how they will work. And hopefully they'll also give you a platform that will allow all of your technology to communicate effectively with each other. So your billing is connected to your calendar, is connected to your website. Just to take it from a theoretical discussion and maybe think of it a little bit more concretely, let's take a practitioner, suppose a massage therapist, and suppose for that marketing traffic or to get people to that massage therapist, the practitioner has Google Ads, and she's targeting specifically massage near me, right? Those keywords, she's bidding for those keywords in her service area. And then people come, click on the ad, they go to the website. Now, on the website, they can obviously learn about the actual service. Maybe there are some package deals, get 6 massages, get 1 free, whatever the website does in her particular case. Now she also has a booking calendar embedded on the website. Now this visitor is able to see when an appointment is available. They could actually schedule that appointment. They might even be able to pay for that appointment if they set that functionality on the website. And that information gets sent to the practitioner. They can see on their calendar that there is an appointment coming up. So all of that communications logistics has already been set up on the website level. Moreover, on that calendar platform, the practitioner can also set up how they want auto reminders to be sent out. Do they want a text message? Do they want an email? Do they want it 24 hours before, 48 hours before? All of those technical configurations can be set up on their dashboard. And notice that there's also that billing aspect of paying for the appointment that also is able to be seen and recorded, and all that data, the financial data, can also be recorded on the platform. And so maybe in the future, she could send out a campaign to all her previous clients. Maybe she could even filter them by any client that hasn't booked in 6 months. I'm going to send them 25% off. Now we see that the practitioner, when she built her website, there were all of these other steps that were taken into consideration and allows her to run her practice so much more efficiently and even more nimbly. And this is just one example of how somebody might use their website and think about their technology. And in every situation, in every practitioner, there's going to be a specific tailoring and customization that you're going to need. Maybe you have other staff people you're going to need to, make sure their schedules are synced up with the calendar. These technologies have already been figured out. And now that we're thinking about the website, we can also think about how we might want to configure that as well. Now, I'm sure that there's some aspect of all of this that seems overwhelming, maybe a little fearful. I totally get it. Please ask your questions in the comments, and I'm going to totally get back to you. But I also want you to know that we have a free community for wellness practitioners. It's called Sage and Savvy, and you're so welcome to join. It's all about empowering wellness practitioners to be really comfortable with technology and really be able to do what they love and not get bogged down by headaches and technology not working for them. So please check that out. And until then, keep it awesome.